Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Waharaka Kodash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways, teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And Esau, Edom, he's the ultimate hypocrite. He's the chief when it comes to gaslighting the world, man. He will literally be the devil that the Bible speaks of in the earth and still try to gaslight the rest of the world like they're, the civilized, these buzzwords, they're the civilized ones. They're humane. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like they're victims. Everyone else is just a barbarous and savage people, and they're just peaceful and do no wrong. And this is the hypocrisy is so sickening when you watch it. These demons, right? And they haven't changed. They've been like this from the beginning. This same persona, the same character. All right. Watch this speech from Benjamin Nataril JOO, right? And how he utilizes certain buzzwords to paint himself as being civilized and representing the people and peace and safety for everyone. And of course, the people who are resisting his villainous plans have to be painted as barbarians and savages and terrorists. It's the new term they use. All right. Just watch it.
I have a message. I have a message for President Macron. Today, Israel is defending itself on 7 fronts.
Defending itself, right? We are defending ourselves. We're the victims. We're just, we're just doing self-defense. We didn't do nothing to nobody. We're just defending ourselves. Yeah, just like the colonists. Yeah, the colonists against the Native American Indians. We're just defending ourselves. I mean, our territory keeps expanding, but hey, we're just defending ourselves. You know?
Against the enemies of civilization.
Yeah, these people here are the enemies of civilization. We're civilization, everything good, we're civilized, you know, they're the enemies of civilization. We represent civilization. If you want to know what civilization is, that's us. That's who we are.
We're fighting in Gaza against Hamas, those savages who murdered, raped, beheaded, and
Yeah, they're savages. They murder, they rape, they behead. They're savages. I mean, we haven't murdered anyone. We haven't raped anyone. We haven't beheaded anyone. Of course, we wouldn't do that because we're civilized. But these people have because they're savages. Yeah, that's why we got to murder and rape and kill them and take their land. Okay?
burned our people on October 7th.
Oh, yeah, we got to mention October 7th. We must needs. Listen, history began in October 7th. This is the same things, strategies that these people employed throughout the world and against our brother Gad. Oh, you remember what them Indians did last year? Yeah, but what about all of the shit we did to them before last year? Don't worry about that. Remember, one of the justifications for the massacre at Wounded Knee was that they had lost a battle against the same Indians in the previous year. That was their justification. But why were they battling with those so-called Indians in the first place? Because they were trying to steal their land. But let's forget about all that. We're gonna start the timer when we want to start the timer, so we could be the victim. This is nothing new. And the fact that you see all these Edomites, the Edomite power structure, America, Britain, you see all these nations going along with it, shows you they haven't changed. They're the same people.
We're fighting in Lebanon against Hezbollah, the most heavily armed terror organization in
they're a terror organization.
the world, which was planning an even greater massacre than October 7th.
They plan massacres. When we don't do massacres. That's civilized people don't do massacres. These people do massacres. I mean,
on our northern border, and that has rocketed Israeli towns and cities for nearly a year. We're fighting against the Houthis in Yemen and the Shiite militias in Iraq and Syria that together have launched hundreds of drones and missile attacks against Israel.
oh,
We're fighting against terrorists in Judea and
there we go, terrorists again. You don't keep mentioning terrorists. They're all terrorists.
Samaria who are trying to murder civilians in the heart of our city.
They're murdering civilians, yeah, because you don't do that now.
And we're fighting against Iran, which last week fired over 200 ballistic missiles directly at Israel, and which
But you never assassinated. You've never done any bombing campaigns against them. You've never assassinated any of their government officials, any of their scientists. Of course, you don't, because you're civilized. Why would you assassinate a scientist? Why would you fund terrorist groups within Iran for regime change? Of course, you wouldn't do none of that because you're civilized. You're white, of course. I get it.
stands behind the seven-front war against Israel. As Israel fights the forces of barbarism led
The forces of barbarism. I like that one. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, the forces of barbarism. They're barbarians. They're barbarians, they're savages, they're terrorists, they're animals, whatever. They're just not even human. But we're like elves. We're angelic beings. All right, we're just walking around doing nothing, and these savages just attacking us.
by Iran, all civilized countries should be standing firmly by Israel's side.
If you are civilized, you must be in agreement with them because they represent what being civilized is. So you better listen, whatever the so-called white man wants to do, whoever he wants to kill, whatever he wants to steal, just agree with it. And you too can be civilized, like him.
Yet President Macron and some other Western leaders are now calling for an arms embargo against Israel. Shame on them. Is Iran imposing an arms embargo on Hezbollah, on the Houthis, on Hamas, and on its other proxies? Of course not. The axis of terror stands together.
The axis of terror. It's the same, axis of evil, axis of terror. The same playbook from these men. These words are crafted very carefully.
But countries who supposedly oppose this terror axis call for an arms embargo on Israel. What a disgrace. Well, let me tell you this.
Yeah, these people, listen. Let's get this scripture here, man. Jeremiah 13:23 says, "Can the Ethiopian change his skin or the leopard his spots? Then may he also do good that are accustomed to do evil." This is the facts. This is the facts of history. These Edomites have never done good. They've never done good. They've only done evil. They're accustomed to do evil. What they have is that they got to a position where they can control the media, where they're in a position of power, and so they can start running PR campaigns. And that's all it is. Esau's got good PR. He knows how to be a hypocrite. He knows how to act. He knows how to kiss the babies and talk a good game. Oh, we care about the women and the children. And he knows how to talk it up. But that's exactly what it is an act. Because he's a hypocrite. All right? And there's nothing worse than a hypocrite. If you're going to be just a straight up devil, then just be the devil. But why are you trying to be the devil and then cosplay as an angel? You know what I mean? You're the devil, but you're cosplaying as like you're this righteous angel at the same time. It's sickening. All right, Job 20:5 says that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and that's what these devils have been doing. They've been triumphing, but it's for short time. This is the joy of the hypocrite, but for a moment. These people are hypocrites, right? They're hypocrites. All right, they're quick to point the finger at everyone else, and everyone else is a savage. Everyone else is violent. Everyone else is everything under the sun, except them. And they're doing the most. Let Jake do a drive-by at a basketball court because he's hunting the ops. Cause let's say the ops shot up their block, so they're gonna shoot up the ops' block. They do a drive-by on a basketball court and shoot some 8-year-old with a basketball. Oh my God, these black people, they're savages, they're barbaric. Esau drop off like 10 bunker busters on a fucking apartment block to get one guy that's living underneath the apartment block, and that's cool. Kill a couple hundred children and that's all right. He's not violent. He's civilized. That's what I'm saying. He's a hypocrite, man. These people are the hypocrites to the highest degree. All right, what's the definition of a hypocrite? These good Christians. Oh, love thy neighbor. So we talk about justice and they run up to the camp. Oh, love thy neighbor. God is love. All of a sudden, these men got all the love in the world. But the Bible says, love worketh no ill to his neighbor. So where was all that love talk when it came to our brother Gad? Where was all that love talk when you had the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and American Indians in hardcore bondage? Where was all that love talk? Because you was Christians, weren't you? All of a sudden, oh yeah, love thy neighbor. You don't believe in love, man. Get the hell out of here, man. The devil. All right, a hypocrite is someone who says they have particular moral beliefs. Oh, human rights, women's rights, children's rights. They got all these moral beliefs apparently. Peace, safety. All this. Nah, that's BS, man. But behaves in a way that shows they are not sincere. They're not sincere. Right? They're not sincere. This Edomite is not sincere. All right? He's a devil, man.
Look at the screen.
Let's look at this example of hypocrisy. You got the devil on the right hand, and he tries to keep the facade going. I'm appalled. You ain't appalled, you damn devil.
Look at the screen. We're just going to put some up here. Have a look at the screen right there.
It's horrifying. So he didn't even look at it properly. He just knew that, this guy's going to show me something, and I have to say it's horrifying. Because this is how I have to appear. I got my suit on, I got my tie, my hair's done. Yeah, I got blue eyes. I must appear like violence horrifies me. Oh, yeah, oh, yes, oh, I'm horrified. This is appalling. Oh, fuck off.
That is not an anti-terror operation. That is not the targeting of Hamas.
It's horrifying.
It's horrifying.
It's a war crime.
Why?
Wiping out entire neighborhoods.
Yeah, we won't want to say it's a war crime because, obviously it's only a war crime when someone else does it. Okay?
Showing devastation. War.
Entire neighborhoods.
Yeah, he ain't gonna want to go on record and say that's a war crime, because that would mean he would have to have some integrity.
I'm appalled.
I'm appalled. Yes, of course, because I'm white and I'm civilized, so I'm appalled.
I can barely watch that. No,
I can barely watch it. Yes, barely. Listen, my eyes are bleeding. I can't. I'm appalled. As a father, this is horrible. He goes into his hypocritical act.
Bother myself to know that children died in those buildings.
Children died. Oh, I'm a father. Oh, I care about the children. I care because I'm white. Oh, I'm so good. It's just these black people. They're animals. They're savages. They're barbarians. They don't care, but I care. Oh, I care.
Appreciate the but you vote for that.
I didn't vote for.
You vote for sending aid to Israel, arms to Israel,
and therefore I'm voting for.
Yes. If I put a gun in someone's hand, and they shoot someone. I'm complicit in that. Am I not?
If someone takes something you give them and they use it nefariously or against your own principles, that's your fault. I don't necessarily.
What if they use it to kill someone and then I give them more? Hold on. What if they use it to kill someone? I didn't know about it. Fair enough. It's not on me. I didn't know they were going to do that. But once they've killed someone, I give them a gun again and again, day after day, for them to keep killing people. That's what Congress does.
Mehdi,
not to do that.
Because I support the country and I believe in its defense.
You can support the country without supporting.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit, man. This is what I'm saying. These people, and it's not about the Palestinians. What I'm trying to show you, Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, that some of you out there actually believe in this man. You actually believe that Satan is transformed into an angel of light. All right, you believe that in the BS that Esau is pushing out here. You actually believe that this man is a good man. No, what we're trying to show you is that they haven't changed. They never have changed. Oh, the civil rights, and listen, Esau has never changed. And you're gonna find that out shortly. All right. 2 Corinthians 11:14, it says, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. That's what Esau has done. At some point in history, during the last 40 years, this man transformed himself and managed to convince a bunch of people that they stand for freedom and they stand for all that is good. That has always been a lie. 100%. When these JOOs, which they committed acts of terrorism in British Palestine, by the way, all right, blowing up shit. Then through the Balfour Agreement, right, they were sent over there. There was something called a Nakba, right? And during the Nakba in the 1948 Arab-Israeli War, what had happened? Ethnic cleansing. Zionist militias forcibly expelled 80% of the Palestinian population from their homeland, meaning these people were living there before them. They came and expelled them. Loss of property. Palestinians lost their homes, land, and belongings. Suppression of culture. The Nakba suppressed Palestinian culture, identity, political rights, and national aspirations. This is now... Right now, this is an article. Let's read. It says, America's first savages were Native Americans, all right? The tribe of Gad and the tribe of Reuben. They were less than human, we told ourselves. Killers who lived and died to destroy the pioneers. This is the exact same thing that you see them doing over there with the Arabs and the Palestinians, and they just want to kill us. They don't want us to exist, It's like, yeah, they're just savages. They're just barbarians. There's no reason to them. All right? It says priests and gold seekers. They were unclean, uncivilized. See that? We're civilized. They don't have a civilization. Right? And it's not just, they didn't just do this to God. Like I said, this is Esau's MO wherever he went, especially when he bucked up upon the children of Israel. Yeah, they were unclean, uncivilized, and backwards, still feral. Our only obstacle to the territory ahead. The land, the gold, the silver, which is what they really wanted. To our budding nation's future and prosperity. That's why the scripture says, woe unto him. Let's get that real quick. Evil covetousness. That's all it is. Evil covetousness, man. I can't even spell covetousness. This is crazy. Just go straight to Habakkuk. How did I get that wrong? It's one of them words, isn't it? Covetousness. Let's see. Woe unto him. Covetous. Oh, what did I go wrong? I'm pretty sure I'm okay. Anyway, Habakkuk 2. In fact, let's get this whole thing, because this is Esau, man. And originally, when this was spoken, it was going into the Babylonians, but in the spirit, right, prophetically, it's really going into Esau, because the Esau is the spiritual Babylonians, Babylon the Great. Yeah. It says, yea, also he transgresseth by wine. He is a proud man. That's why he always painting himself as this superior individual in the earth, when the scriptures call him the worst of the heathen. He's the worst. Listen, if there's any heathen that you don't want to be sent against you, it's Esau, because he's the worst. He's the most ruthless, the most proud, the most demonic of all people. And he gonna do it to you and gaslight you and turn himself into the victim, because that's how Esau is. He will be the victim while he's violating you. It's crazy. This guy, the gaslighting this guy does is mad. Neither keepeth at home, right? That's why their colonies are everywhere throughout the earth, right? Who enlarges his desire as hell and is as deaf and cannot be satisfied. You can't compromise with this man, right? He can't be satisfied. But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parallel against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? Right? Because that's what a thief does. A thief increaseth that which is not his. When you steal, you're increasing yourself with someone else's substance. He says, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Because when you become a thief, right, you enter into debt. Right? When you become a thief, you enter into debt. And there's also such a thing as blood debt. And on top of that, his system operates based upon creating debt too. So it's just all the way around. So shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee? All right. And when the people rise up to bite him, he gonna play the victim. And awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations. And this only applies to Esau Edom. Esau Edom has spoiled every people there is on the planet Earth, universally, beginning with the children of Israel. That's a fact. And no other people have universally spoiled everyone. It's crazy. It says, all the remnant of people shall spoil thee because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, and of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house. All right. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house. Right? An evil covetousness. They see and they want. And they're going to do whatever it takes to get what they want. And they're going to run the propaganda. They'll do whatever it takes to get what they want, man. That's how these people operate. Right? It says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee? Oh, sorry, where am I? Salaki. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high. That's all Esau's about. Esau will do what he will murder, kill, steal, lie, in order to elevate his position on earth. That's it. That he may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thine own soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establisheth a city by iniquity. And that's America. America was built the very same way that the state of Israel is being built. Through lying, stealing, murder, all of that. It says, to our budding nation's future and prosperity. And isn't that what they're doing in the state of Israel? Right? They're expanding. And these people are in the way of that expansion. It says Native Americans became part of our narrative, our motivation. We needed them to prove our resilience, our tenacity. Overcoming them was our nation's first coming of age success story. Our savages made this nation strong and great. Our most recent savages, as Pamela Geller reminded us with subway posters in September, are those who oppose the Israeli government. These savages too are feral, dirty, poor, violent, and hateful. They drag their own dead through the streets. They are a threat to the only democratic nation in the Middle East. The violence of this identifier, savage, is also two-way. Right? Muslims, Palestinians, Arabs are a threat to westernization and the modernization, to the American way and Christian and Jewish way of life. Right? So it's a continuation of the same devil. Right? It says, and Israel, our closest ally, is their victim, we're told. September the 11th proves. Right, so let's carry on. Right, so September 11 proves that we are their victim too. Savage justifies our own violence, our wars, our drones. Yeah, it ain't nothing new. It makes victims of us, the well-armed, the rich, the occupiers, in order to excuse our violence. It reminds us that we have only one choice. We must crush them. The power of calling a group, however, unclearly defined savage is in the way it collapses all nuance, history, privilege, and motivation into one clear delineation. We're the good guys, they're our enemy, our racial slur, they're our savages. In fact, if you go back into the history, they were calling themselves the people of God, and they called America Canaan, and they said it was manifest destiny for them to claim the land. So they were likening the tribe of God as unto Canaanites that needed to be completely wiped out and destroyed. These were these good Christians that will turn around today and tell you that the Old Testament is not valid. But they didn't mind using the Old Testament as an allegory for justification of their crimes in America. This is why they're called hypocrites. Okay? This is Ezekiel 7:24. Wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses. I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease, and holy places shall be defiled. And that's what happened. The Lord sent these devils, and this is how it played out. All right? Oh yeah, and it's no coincidence that both Trump and Kamala are vehemently, competing with each other as to who can support Israel the most, showing you the spirit of America hasn't changed. All right, so any of you PU Jake that's voting in America, you're voting for your own oppressor. You're voting for the devil. Watch them spread like a virus through violence. That's some civilization for you, right? And these are the people that's got a nerve to be bawling about immigration and invasion. No wonder. No wonder, because you're the worst immigrants that's ever been on the face of the planet Earth.